Hello everyone. As anticipated from my last video, Bitcoin wicked below 40k, only to go back up. Now I'm going to give my sort of speculation as to where the price can go from here, and just pretty much my observations watching the charts, like pretty much 24/7. So we went down here. The reason why I saw it as a high probability area that would go below 40k, and this was predicted when we were up here, I think, around here. But I pretty much, saw that there was going to be a high chance of liquidity that needed to be taken below 40k and also from 40 to 42k, only because there's a bunch of stop losses that need to be taken out of the market, and because some people are going to get liquidated from here to here. We just needed to clean out the leverage. But it's like, why do we have to clean out the leverage? It's because whales have the incentive to push the market down because they can make money. If I short it here, and if I know that I can market sell my way to push the price down, and that I have buyers who will buy my short. He will buy my short at this price, then that's easy money. It's sort of like a guaranteed way of making money compared to just trying to pump the market up and relying on market sentiment just to follow it. So yeah, there's that. Now, what I would have preferred to see was this. We'd range more below this 42.3k level, and we continuously scare people that the price is going to go down. The reason why I'd like to see that is because then that way more shorts would enter, and when we go up, we can just rely on the shorts to push us up with them getting stopped out. Similar to how we went up from here, where shorts a lot of shorts entered during these prices, and through here, thinking that we're going to go to 25k, only to get liquidated, and for us to go up from here. And the move from here to here was actually quite low in volume compared to the previous move where we just went up massively. It's the same thing here. I find that there's still not a lot of buyers. There's still not a lot of buyers in these zones, and there's not a lot of sellers either. And so this market can easily be controlled. And so I'd actually like to see that we sort of just go a bit sideways below 42.4k. The other thing is that we are likely to sort of range below 45k. That's sort of like that resistance, that major resistance, where people are going to see like we can go up from there and then we can just shoot down possibly. But I don't really see like us shooting below 40k again. It's possible, especially if we keep going sideways, and we're sort of scaring people that the market's going to keep going down so that we can accumulate more shorts, because there's not a lot of volume. There's still not a lot of volume here. It's like, this is such a low volume sort of like area. Throughout this whole like 2 months, we've been suffering through some pretty low volume. And so I do see that this market can still be manipulated. Of course, part of the reason why there's very low volume is because I think it's still like sort of the Christmas holidays. But so it might pick up back very soon. So part of the argument as to why I'm quite bullish on Bitcoin at the moment in the short term is just because this liquidation week occurred as a result of the stock market going down. Now, I saw this move coming in a sense where the stock market went down, and it was just about to hit the bull market support band on the daily chart. The bull market support band just in general, not the daily chart. And I didn't anticipate we'd get such a massive buying volume, but we did. And this to me tells me that we are not going to just shoot back down on the stock market. There's still a lot of buyers. And so, yeah, it is possible that Bitcoin just goes and retests the 45k area. But look, anyone who is bearish is going to take and is in a position is going to take that opportunity to sell at that price to exit the market if they still think it's bearish. But either way, I think alts are going to go up pretty well. Just because as long as we're going up here, going sideways, it looks fine. And I think one of my favorite looking alts at the moment is NIA. And I saw this trade almost at the bottom, and I was like, holy shit, this looks awesome. So you can sort of see that NIA has had a really good run already, but it looks like it's just getting started. And on the daily chart, it looks like it's about to break 16 points, like that 16.5k area. And I love trading these sort of patterns where what sort of happens is that we get some sort of bull flag, and we've already done a really good run, and then you just pretty much just draw the previous support is pretty much the resistance, and you know you can see that this play, and I drew this while Neil was sort of like bottoming out around here. And I noticed like a massive amount of buying activity as Bitcoin looked like it was bottoming. Each time that Bitcoin looked like it was about to bottom, it actually just had buying pressure until it just shot back down when it was sort of confirmed that Bitcoin is going to go down lower. And so I saw a lot of buying activity. It broke out, retested, and retested that the previous resistance after breaking it, and then going up. And it just completely blasted through this sort of resistance here. And then retested it pretty much. We could retest it again. And then it looks like we're going to go up pretty high. It looks like it's going to break out from its all-time high. And what happens when it breaks out from its all-time high? I see that now I only trade these sort of like, pattern, simple TA sort of things when it's just this like fully fledged bull market for like this coin. And I see that it's going to hit. So first we've got like the massive resistance at $20. I think the way to draw this is pretty much on the daily chart. And you're going to see how perfect this looks, but will it play out? We'll have to see. But yeah, just like from a quick estimation, from the range of the daily and the breakout price works out to be almost $20. It's pretty much just $20. So we go from $20. We break $20. It is going to play as some sort of resistance, of course, but we break $20 eventually. We go to $23 or like a bit higher, which is the flag target. And then we retest the previous resistance at $20, which works perfectly for this projection. It works pretty well. And then we can go up to $30. And I've seen people anticipate $30. And I think that NIA can go to $30 given how great of a project it also is. And the amount of buying pressure it's receiving. It's still kind of low volume though. But it's just that it could go up further. It can definitely go up further. But actually, if I look at this properly, these two candles have decent volume for breakout. I hope to see a few massive candles soon, but we'll have to see on NIA. Another one that I sort of noticed is that a lot of people are shorting Cardano right now, as in from before. The funding rate for Cardano is in the negative, which means that if you're doing futures and you have a long position, you'll get paid for holding that long position. And I kind of sort of think, are we going to get a short squeeze on Cardano? Possibly, given that there is such good news on Cardano that has not been priced in. Another one that has not had IMX, a favorite coin of mine, just got released on Binance. And that didn't, I feel like the listing on Binance and the listing on Coinbase did not get priced in effectively for Immutable X. And so I see that Immutable X can go up pretty high once the market sort of stabilizes a bit. What's another altcoin that I really like? C98 I've been watching for a bit, just because it sort of, I like to see coins when they break out. Whenever Bitcoin sort of bottoms, like it looks like it could potentially be a bottom and people buy the crap out of that coin. And C98 just did just that. but it was also in anticipation of the launch pad. But I do see that potentially it's sort of creating some sort of bull flag. I mean, a lot of these coins are creating bull flags, and there is huge upside, around like a 40% upside potential for C98. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But that one I'm keeping my eye on. I think that NEAR could pull off an AVAX, similar to how AVAX did super well when Bitcoin bottomed. NEAR, as a layer, like pretty much like a layer one coin, has the potential to do really well. What other coins am I looking at? Let's look at CoinMarketCap. Kadena is another one. I'm not really a fan of Kadena, but the narrative works for it. Everyone's looking for the next Solana, and Kadena is pretty much just marketed as no fees, layer one, proof of work, decentralized. It works really well, and it has a really good narrative. So I see it probably going to $40. And we could kind of see that when Bitcoin sort of looked like it was going to bottom, Kadena actually went up pretty well. It went up to like $15. That's 50% pump, and then it just went straight down. There's such low liquidity on it, and there's a lot of retail on it, and whenever we go down, people are going to free panic sell. But whales are just going to accumulate. The narrative works really well for Kadena, and I see it going to $40. What else? Chainlink. So Chainlink did really well during the during this sort of sideways phase. And I remember in 2021, a lot of people were anticipating that Chainlink would go to like $80 plus. And we didn't do that. Instead, Chainlink has kept going sideways, and it went down, and then it went up, and then it just went sideways. But it ranged. It ranged from this area. And each time that Chainlink looked like it was about to break, or like, go on a massive parabolic run, just like over here, Bitcoin crashed. And just like how it tried to go up again, Bitcoin crashed. And pretty much like each time Chainlink goes up, takes a while to go up. It's like the last one to go up. And so because it's the last one to go up, that's when Bitcoin's sort of ready to go down and crash. And so we've sort of had a lot of these like sort of rejected pumps on Chainlink. But now it looks like we're doing some like it looks like we're just doing some sort of like massive like W pattern on the daily chart. And it's quite clear we just need to break this area, and then there's this major like all-time high area, and that's really it. And it's went above its bull market support band. I do see that Chainlink 2022 is going to do really well, and I think that a lot of this buying is actually from whales or people anticipating that 2022 is going to do really well. Chainlink is such a solid project, and yeah, sure, it is overvalued just like everything in the crypto market, but I do see that Chainlink could do a triple at least in 2022. Let's go through another few coins. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with those ones at the moment that I'm looking at. I think that those would be the ones that I'm most confident about in terms of price targets. I would say that right now is a good time to be into alts compared to Bitcoin, just because there's going to be a lot of, it looks potentially we could get more sideways, and we could just range from like here to here, allow the shorts to accumulate just because the volume is quite low. The great thing about this market right now is that between 30k to 60k, we don't actually require a lot of volume compared to previously where we needed some sort of like retail mania to push the prices up. Now it's like going from 10k to 20k in 2016 is sort of like not 2016, in 2020, it's sort of like us going from 30k to 60k now, where it's like only like these like hardcore crypto traders or the the crypto fanatics, they're sort of like the only ones buying. I don't really see a lot of like retail investors in terms of like new retail investors, like complete noobs, FOMOing in. It's just this whole range just seems like it's done by people who actively buy into crypto or who have it on their mind. Do I see Bitcoin breaking out? Possibly, it could, but I'm not going to play on that just because it's more safe just to assume it's going to go sideways, keep going sideways and just trend upwards. It's more safe playing it that way. But if we do end up breaking like 78k and we just go up further, then okay, cool. It looks like a parabolic run. Let's play like along with that. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on where the Bitcoin price might go and where I'm, sort of my top picks for alts buying, to buy accumulate during this bounce.